So we're here, we're doing a lift safety tour. It's a mandatory thing that's required for all new artists. So these 7 artists are joining us for Refresh. So one of the first things we do is we bring them out on the stage, we show them what all the lifts are, where the traps are, how the stage moves, just so they can start getting acquainted with the space, but also knowing, most importantly, the safety aspects of the theater.
Rubber lining that's all the way around the edges of the lifts in the stage. So these are in case somebody's arm is underneath or somebody's foot is underneath. These immediately stop all of the lifts. Yep. So if you see that the lift is moving down to the basement and there's somebody in the pit underneath it, hit that emergency stop.
Love Theatre presents technological challenges that we'd never faced on certain shows. The in the round, for one. There are certain facets about an in the round performance where the audience is facing each other. You have to provide entertainment on a 360-degree basis versus our standard proscenium theatres. To be able to do that, we needed the stage and the environment around it to have a life of its own. So every single aspect of the stage floor, which is mapped out sort of like the Union Jack flag, that can create performance value to somebody whether they're sat in the highest seat or the lowest seat. There really is no bad seat in the Love Theatre.
Day-to-day operations, there's 2 key components, our day crew and our show crew. The day technical crew is responsible for the inspections, maintenance, and or a prop that simply needed to be fixed. All of those things are put on a bullet sheet to the technical teams, and they ensure that they're ready to go when the show crew comes in. The show crew then validates those areas of inspection to make sure everything has been fixed according to standard and according to what we had put down on the sheet from the night before. So you're looking at a full 16-hour shift that makes this show happen, and hopefully people are going home after that second show at night. But there's many occasions where lighting needs to do a lighting focus, projections needs to map on the floor, technicians staying up till 1 and 2 in the morning to ensure that the show is then ready for the next day.
I would like the panel to stop at the right at the kabuki drop.
Stop right at it.
Ideally. Yeah. Ta-da. There.
If we get to one point and we can, and we're comfortable flying them out of the basement without hitting the slots or the bandstand, then we can go from the basement on one point.
Yes.
I don't think we want to we want to fly these out before we bring the bungee couples up. We don't want to have panel and then bungee couple on the line right next to it, only because again, the swing could hit the TV. What we ended up having to do is we took all the old cues from the show and we copied them essentially down further into the computer so we could run the old cues for the show, and then as we were taking the older cues and redoing them, then we had that new cue that we could use. And now when we're done with this process, we'll go through and have all the new cues, and we'll go ahead and get rid of the old show essentially, except for stuff that we may want to keep for backup.
Just tell me like how much it means in terms of time.
But we'd have to be careful because it has to traverse.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of getting the right programming so that when it picks it up, it doesn't start at like a
This board controls probably 95% of the aerial cues, so performer flying, set pieces, anything like that. But with Refresh, we've had to move a few of those aerial cues over to the lift board, which controls the stage lifts, Austrians, runway screens. So we try to keep it separated as much as possible from performer flying, aerial, and the stage, because if you have a problem with one, you don't want to necessarily have to deal with the other, because no matter what, you either need to deal with getting something out of the air if there's a problem or coming to flat stage, and you can't often stop what you're doing to fix another part of the show. So for safety, we split it up that way as often as possible.
Yeah, what are you doing over there, Dave?
Trying to remember where I just put the lifts.
Did you lose the lifts?
Yeah.
They're kind of big, huh?
It all looks the same.
There's been days where I've had a queue disappear after running refresh all day and then go to run shows and a queue's not there anymore. So we just had to kind of improvise a solution to get through the actual show, and then we had it fixed for the next day. Fortunately, we haven't had too many issues. It's every now and then our system will just kind of get tired and quit.
As taxing as performing is to an artist, running an operation board like the Automation Council and a Lighting Council, where those are show critical elements, it's just as taxing on those technicians as well. So it's important that both artistic and technical have a balanced schedule and they're keeping their minds and bodies sound.
I want to consider the real TV panels that we have. I want to see the position and then walk around and have a look, appreciate.
It's still, and it's really tight for us to try to achieve a 3D kind of presence of the Beatles. That's what we want. We want to see them. We want to start the show with the rooftop. But technically also we're doing something new. It's not like hologram, it's not like Pepper Ghost or other techniques. So we have to find our own way artistically to achieve that. And the time to put this in the machine is really tight with the delivery date that we want to do.